You know, daring to be great.
You would fight him.
You know, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to 154.
He said I got a glass chin. So tell him to come and touch it.
The beef between Tank and Crawford has been heating up, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon. For a few days now, the two boxing stars have been going back and forth, throwing verbal punches that have fans glued to their screens. Music. What started as a minor spark has turned into a full-blown war of words, with both men refusing to back down. As things stand now, Tank is actively calling out Crawford, confident that he can put him to sleep when they get in it.
Undefeated? What champ? Come on, man. Tell me what belt. You know boxing. You forgot Devin Haney is undisputed. Devin Haney got all the belts. He the champ. Nobody else the champ. I'm going to come up here with a big boy. All right.
All began when Tank expressed his anger about not being invited to the Ring Magazine Gala, a prestigious event attended by some of the biggest names in the sport. Feeling left out, Davis took to social media to vent his frustration in true Gervon fashion. His posts were fiery and full of criticism toward those who were lucky enough to be there, but as usual he deleted the post within minutes, thinking they would disappear into thin air. Unfortunately for him, the internet has a long memory, and screenshots quickly spread like wildfire. Terence Crawford, always quick to spot an opportunity, decided to poke the bear. He posted a sharp jab on X saying, "I see somebody mad they wasn't invited to the Ring Magazine Gala." That one line was all it took to set Tank off. Gervon, who's never been one to let an insult slide, immediately responded with a string of angry posts aimed at Crawford. The Baltimore native's temper was on full display, and the feud was officially on.
Tank is, he's smart. He can box.
Yes.
And he explosive. You know what I mean? But I'm saying skill-wise and in the mind.
What started as a petty argument about a guy quickly turned into a heated debate about money, legacy, and who truly reigns supreme in the boxing world. Tank, known for his flashy lifestyle and love of showing off, made it clear that he believed his bank account put him ahead of Crawford. He posted, "And I still make more than you, and what F," like a direct challenge to Bud's pride. But Crawford wasn't about to let that slide. He hit back with a comment that cut deep, saying Gervonta was obsessed with money and had no interest in building a meaningful legacy. For Crawford, it wasn't just about who was richer, it was about who had faced the toughest challenges and made their mark on the sport.
Terence Crawford would be one of the biggest in boxing. We're not talking about just about the fight. Me and we're gonna know each other, and then we're gonna.
Their bad blood isn't entirely new. Tank has been at odds with Crawford ever since he sided with his close friend Errol Spence Jr. during Spence's rivalry with Crawford. Back then, Crawford and Spence had one of the most talked about fights of 2023, and Tank made it clear whose corner he was in. That old grudge has only added fuel to the fire, making their current feud even more explosive. But just when it seemed like things were cooling down, Rant decided to take the argument to an ugly place. He posted a tweet that many felt crossed a major line in his now deleted post. Tank made a cruel comment about Crawford's family, saying, "And he got like 8 kids and his wife like 380 pounds. Yeah, but he got to work overtime." It didn't take long for fans to react. The post was deleted within minutes, but not before screenshots made their rounds online. Social media exploded with criticism, with fans calling Tank out for dragging Crawford's family into the fight. People weren't shy about sharing their opinions. Comments like, "Tank deletes all his defamatory tweets, he throws shots then hides his hands, a 30-year-old man acting like this, pathetic," flooded the platform. Others pointed out how unnecessary it was for Davis to make things so personal, saying he'd gone too far. One fan even wrote, "Jant insecure, he fighting Lamont Roach while Terence Crawford getting a Nilo fight." Tank know deep down he need to fight big dogs, Crawford fighting top dogs, and getting to that cheese. The general feeling was that Gervonta had taken things too far, and many were disappointed in how he handled the situation. While all this heat unfolds online, both fighters have very different things going on in their careers. Gervonta is gearing up for his upcoming fight against Lamont Roach Jr., while Roach is a skilled opponent. Fans and critics feel that Tank should be taking on bigger names. Many believe he's been playing it safe and avoiding the top-tier fighters in his division, which has only added to the criticism he's facing, even from Bud himself. On the other hand, Crawford is on top of the world after his dominant victory over Errol Spence Jr. last year. Bud's name is being mentioned alongside the biggest stars in boxing. He's currently in talks for potential super fight against Canelo Alvarez, a matchup that could be one of the biggest in recent history. Negotiations are reportedly being handled by Turki Al-Sheikh, and fans are eagerly waiting for news about the fight. They talk all the
stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that.
Their career trajectories has become another point of contention in their feud. Crawford's fans have been quick to point out that while Bud is chasing legacy-defining fights, Tank seems more focused on easy payday. The contrast is hard to ignore, and it's only added to the tension between the two men. Crawford, who has always been about proving himself in the ring, clearly sees himself as being on a higher level than Davis. Meanwhile, Tank supporters argue that his star power and knockout ability make him one of the most exciting fighters in the sport regardless of opponents. As the insults fly back and forth, fans can't help but wonder if all this animosity will eventually lead to a fight in the ring. A matchup between Gervonta Davis and Terence Crawford would be a massive event, no doubt about it, but there are significant hurdles to making it happen. For one, the two fighters compete in different weight classes. Gervonta is a natural lightweight, while Crawford has been fighting at welterweight and might soon move up to super middleweight. The logistics of a fight like this would be complicated to say the least. Still, the idea of seeing them settle their beef with gloves instead of tweets is a tempting one for fans.
Tank is at a lower weight class than me. He's at 135, I'm at 137. That's 2 weight classes apart.
So he would have to come up.
Yeah, because I wouldn't never.
You can't get that low.
So that's not going to happen, because I saw people talking about it. You don't think that'll ever happen?
Terence Crawford has truly cemented his name as one of boxing's all-time greats. At 37 years old, he's done it all, winning world titles across 4 weight classes, becoming the undisputed champion in 2 of them, and racking up an unblemished record of 41 wins. But even with a career that many fighters could only dream of, Crawford isn't content to just ride off into the sunset quietly. He's made it clear that before he retires, he wants to take on the biggest names the sport has to offer, and one of those names might just be Teofimo Lopez.
One of those 2 fights interests you more, Gervonta Davis or Terence Crawford?
Whichever monkey wants to get the banana.
You said which monkey wants the banana first?
Bro, that sounds racist, man. Nah, but hey, listen to everyone. Look, I'm talking about 2 fighters that are the best at what they do just as much as I do. I'm not talking about people's color. I don't